Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a really unique item. This is a prototype variant of the Gemmy Trio Band, the three-piece band for Christmas. Originally, these characters were a lot larger. The side characters were about the size of the Santa in the middle there, but they decided to experiment and make some smaller characters. Now, the Santa in the middle you might recognize because it is basically the solo Santa from Australia. It's got the same shoes, same head, all of that, except the shoes are resin on this one. And then the side characters are completely unique and were never used anywhere else. This thing had a lot of problems initially that another collector worked on, Rockalon Hamster, and then it developed more problems. There were things he couldn't fix, like fried components, etc. And then CJ Webler did the grand slam of repairs on this thing. I mean, he put a lot of time and effort into this, so I know he's very excited that this is being shown to the world. Now, there was a bit of a debacle when this was first put up for sale. I won't get too into that, but somehow, by the grace of God, it ended up with me. Don't know how that really happened exactly, but it did. I know there were a lot of interested people, but here it is. It's in front of you right now. It's no longer a mystery of where it ended up. And I gotta say, it's a very cool piece. I really like the side characters. The snowman is very unique looking, to say the least. And the reindeer has excellent mouth movement. The mouth shuts all the way. It's all very clean. And, the snowman's head kind of reminds me of a very specific arcade machine. Like at Chuck E. Cheese back in the day, there is like this popcorn arcade machine where you had to catch the popcorn in the bucket, and the little mascot for that kind of had a similar shaped head, or I guess body in that instance, because it was a piece of popcorn. But that came to mind just about an hour ago. But yeah, these guys have like a produced board. They do everything a trio band does. Very sophisticated item, by the way. There's like 9 movements in this thing, more than a Zoltan would have. And this thing needed parts, and I had these uh, admittedly very rare in America snowmen side characters. I, gosh, just looking at this thing, but I didn't have the main snowman with them, and so I couldn't use them at all. And this thing had parts that helped make this better because they were rounded out pieces. Oh, that just shifted in my hand. That was kind of cursed. Um, there are rounded out pieces in the spinning on both of the side characters, and there are arm levers that were broken and stuff like that. But yeah, this really cursed fellow here is now retired from spinning, to say the least. Perhaps he will move otherwise once again. But he is quite terrifying with his eyes and mouth and just everything about him, really. Um, we'll take a closer look at this guy. Um, there's some pink stuff going on inside of the side characters, but really the only resin on this piece is the shoes. They're the same shoes that were used on the solo Santa, and I don't think they were used anywhere else. All 3 of them have this prototype sample label on it, as well as a QC Pass sticker from 2007 that's signed off. Based on the item number and the QC stickers, I believe this was actually for 2008, which is surprising considering, sorry, there's like hot glue in his beard or something. I'll have to get that out later. Considering it has the spinning bases. So at the earliest 2007, but most likely 2008. So I guess either a buyer was wanting the spinning back, or perhaps Jimmy was just trying it again. Like maybe it would sell if it was the smaller characters. They did make one miniature size band at Lowe's in 2006, but the Santa is different. And for a size comparison, just drag this mangled corpse of a snowman over here. The side characters from the normal band are almost as big as the main character in this band. So these are very, very small. These are about like the snowflakes between snowman's proportions, except they're a lot shorter. Let's get this guy out of the way here. This is a kid-friendly video. um, but yeah, there's not much else to say about these guys. So let's get through all the songs.
Hey, now listen up. It's the house with boughs of holly. Tis the season to be jolly. Well, don't we know our gay apparel? Trouble the ancient Yuletide carol. Hey, it's the house with boughs of holly. Tis the season to be jolly. Don't we now our gay apparel? So the ancient Yuletide carol. Oh, let's start decking them halls. Hey, yeah. Jingle bells, jingle bells, a jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now jingle bells, jingle bells, whoa, jingle all the way. Yeah. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, the night before Christmas, went on through the house. Now the creature was staring. You little mouse, well, young home by the chimney with care. And on the St. Nicholas, who would be there? Everyone and the dog slug in their beds. Little fishes in a sugar plum danced in their head. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Now the long house goes up and clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. But what can I wonder if I should appear with a miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer? Oh, reindeer, yeah. Jolly old St.
So yeah, that was the prototype miniature trio band. I really like this one. I like how the two side characters are different from each other. I like the outfits. There's a lot of attention to detail. Um, I did lie, I guess. The belt buckles are also resin for the two smaller side characters. Um, and I really like how many aspects there are to the outfits. Because instead of it being more simplified, there's, blue gloves, then the red, and there's just so many little things to it. And they also have actual bells on their hats and shoes. You might have heard some loud mechanics at different points. Just for some reason, the main Santa in the middle there, his dancing started to get louder. The gear was replaced, but it still sounds like that. So it sounds like it's split, but it's not, I guess. And we don't know why that is. The reindeer's mouth is a little loud, but it still sounds like a typical mouth mech you'd hear. But we just really wanted to film this for you guys before something happened because there are so many moving parts to this. It's just kind of terrifying. It's like, when is the next thing going to happen? But overall, it's an incredible piece. And it's something I technically picked up locally, which is kind of insane. And this might just be my favorite of all the trio bands. I kind of like the larger size, but I really like all of the detail in the side characters. And sometimes on these bands, the mouth programming for the side characters is not the best. On some songs, it's absolutely perfect. On other songs, it's kind of just, oops, we forgot to do that. Let's add that in. But with all the movement and everything, any of these little three-piece bands are truly worth it to get for your holiday display. They would look great in a dining room on a little side piece of furniture or in the family room or just anywhere. But that's about it for these guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.